Baker is now 8-0 after their 57-17 win over Avila this past weekend. The Wildcats are now 16-0 all-time against Avila and are 2-0 in the Heart South. J.D. Woods had 5 touchdowns while Nate McLaurin had 2 pick sixes over the Eagles. Today we will talk to Indy Allen, who is leading Baker with tackles with 82, and here he is to discuss the upcoming game against Central Methodist.
So Indy, you guys in the defense overall played really well against Avila this past weekend. How are you guys able to be so effective?
Well, we have really good coaches. We have great leaders, a lot of great senior leaders. The offense helps us, and when they get going, we got to get going. We love to hold them. We try to go for a shutout every game, but sometimes it doesn't happen. You just got to keep moving next play.
Right. So, Indy, you are the team leader in tackles for Baker now. What has been your motivation for this season to be that leader?
Every week, the guys and I, we have competitions, and whoever wins that competition, they take the other guy out for a meal. And so that keeps motivating me every play. I got to think if one of those guys gets a tackle, I have to get him the next play and beat them in the next one. So that's really motivation.
Right, that's a sweet deal.
Yeah.
So you're not only leading Baker, but you are one of the top national players in tackles. So what has been your key to success here, and what have you been improving on for this season?
Getting in the film room a lot. Coaches help out a lot. Just knowing what the other team's going to do and what our strategy is going to be and what we need to do to succeed that game and how to fit the holes right, really. So that's what I've been thinking about a lot lately.
Well, this weekend you guys are playing Central Methodist, and it is senior day. So what is it like to work with this group of seniors?
We absolutely have a great group of seniors, a lot of good leaders. Josh Koch on the defense, one of the best, fifth-year senior now. Great leader. Every game he's trying to motivate us to do better and be our best. And talking offensively as well, we got Logan Martell. He can be a leader on and off the field. It doesn't matter, which hopefully he can come back and play. But
right.
Yeah, we've got some really good leaders on this team. And Dario Ammon's another great leader on the defense. We have a great defensive line. So we just got to keep going.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Indy, and we look forward to watching you this weekend.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks. It's senior day this Saturday inside Liston Stadium as the Wildcats take on the Eagles at 1 o'clock. Here's Baker Sports Information Director Tyler Price with Coach Grossner.
Well, the Wildcats will prepare for senior day this Saturday as they take on Central Methodist. Wildcats will enter the game 8-0 and 2-0 in the Heart South play. But Coach, first off, let's talk about this senior class. A team that's gone 41-6 in their time since 2014, and it's just been such a great group on and off the field. You got to be really proud of this group.
Yeah, I mean, you reflect back during senior week, you keep talking about what this group has presented in their careers here, and the record speaks for itself. 41-6 and 25 straight conference wins, and the home streak that we're very proud of because that's one of our goals is to win all your home games. And so they've done almost everything. They're perfect this season. Big game this weekend will test us, and then we go on the road the last couple weeks for some more tests to finish the season. But the ultimate goal for them is to go undefeated and get home playoff advantage and win a conference championship and take a shot at a national championship. And that's all out in front of this group. We kind of remind them, hey, it's a small class. There's only 14 of them, but they have great leadership amongst them on both sides of the football and then in our special teams. So it's going to be sad to see them go, but hopefully they go out in style.
Yeah, Central Methodist comes in. They won their first game 31-0 against Culver Stockton, then had some trouble the last few games. But it's Heart football, so they can present some challenges. What have you seen from Central Methodist the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's that time of year. Any football season, teams are going through injuries, getting players back maybe that haven't been playing. So every week when we trade the two deep, there's a different picture there. I know they had their quarterback out a couple weeks. He's back. Very good player. We've faced him the last 2 years. Two big running backs that'll pound the ball at you. And offensively, they can put up some points. Defensively, they've got some athletes up front that I can see on tape. And, it's just going to be a scheme thing, see what they want to try to take away from us. We're without our quarterback. You know, he went down in last week's game, probably season-ending injury, career is probably over, and you know, we're going to miss Logan Bertel from that aspect. Hopefully his leadership is still real good with this football team in different aspects. You know, he's been out of practice every day trying to get our young quarterbacks ready to go, and I'm sure we'll utilize him in that aspect for weeks to come. There's a chance he could come back, but I think it's a real slight chance. You know, we lost Cornell Brown early in the year, so that was a huge setback, and J.D. Woods has stepped up. So we're at that point where we're trying to get healthy. It's a week-to-week thing, who we're going to line up with. Some guys are going to come back, some guys are done. But that's the nature of football, and so when you get a matchup like this, late in the season, anything can go, and hopefully our guys are ready.
Yeah, let's talk about your defense. Your defense has created 5 touchdowns. You have 3 pick sixes. You have 2 fumble recoveries for touchdowns. You know, when that defense gets the ball, they take it places. You know, talk about the way they've been able to take the ball away and really create points.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on turnover margin, and early in the year we weren't getting the ball taken away, and so we kind of talked about it as a team and said we need to start creating these opportunities, and lo and behold, they've done that the past few weeks and taken them in for scores, which is even better. So our turnover margin has gone in the right direction. We're starting to show a number that we've shown in the past few years, and so with that comes wins. You know, if that one stat has been pretty steady through the ages, if you win the turnover margin, you're most likely winning the game. And so our guys are very aware of it. I like the way Nate McLaurin's playing lately. Had 2 pick sixes last week. He brings a physicality to that position. Very bright kid, and he's starting to play the way he can play. Grant Elston's starting to be a ball hawk. He likes to hit you, but we're trying to tell him, hey, when the ball's in the air, maybe go after it, because he can really run with it, as you can see in the return game. And then Hayden Jenkins got his hands on a couple balls lately, and I think he's going to start creating some turnovers as well. Our linebacker core, Keegan Schumann's a guy that plays the ball very well. And then what you don't see is Daryl Ammons, Jake Zeiler, Connor Roberts. Those guys are getting their hands up and tipping some balls, which is creating some turnovers. So I like the way our defense is playing. I talk to Coach Thorne every morning. We kind of go over it, and we've been moving the pieces around, and we got some guys dinged up. But I think as we've had to move some pieces around, we've solidified some depth in the defense, and so we feel real good about it. Quite a few guys that if they have to play significant minutes, we can get some good production out of them. So I like the way we're going on that side of the ball. I think we need to get healthy on offense, and then we can take off here towards the end.
Yeah, prior to kickoff, you guys will have your senior day, and you guys will walk through the helmet, and then the team will line up, and the guys will run through there. It's quite a tradition. They meet you at midfield and then greet their families. How about that tradition? It's kind of a special thing for your guys.
Yeah, it's always one of those, like tonight, I'll take them out to eat with the staff, and we'll sit down with some significant people, boosters that have been with us through their career, and we just tell stories and eat and have fun. And that's when it starts sinking in for those guys. And as coaches, you kind of look around the table and see who you're going to lose and what they've brought to the program, off the field, on the field, the stories. But then for those guys, Saturday will sink in, hey, this is it. They remember forming the tunnel and having the old seniors run through it. Now they're the guys running through it. And it kind of, I think, wakes them up to, hey, this is real, this is almost over, and I'm going to cherish every minute of this. The other thing is it's a little different this year. We still have 2 regular season games after this, and then hopefully some playoff action. And from that standpoint, it doesn't hit them as hard. When it really hits home is if you're at home that last game with the chance to play for a playoff or not. That's when it's really final. And so with this group, we got a lot more minutes of football left with them and fun, so it won't be as emotional this week.
Well, thank you, Coach. Kickoff is set for 1 o'clock on Saturday. We'll see you then for Senior Day.
Thank you.